Hey fans, welcome back to Winnipeg for the second half of tonight's RWL Sn Rl. Hangman Tex Lynch here, along with my usual suspects, Wally Cardell and Johnny Bianco. And the second half, we got surprises galore, and we're topping it off with a big 6-woman tag team match featuring Brooklyn Von Brown, Pam Parsons, and Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote. Facing the Red Star Confederation ladies, that is going to be one not to be missed, ladies and gentlemen.
And if that isn't enough, we've got one of those surprises, starting off the second half tonight with a brand spanking new arrival to the Ladies Legends division.
Let me drop you a couple of hints to whet your appetite. One, she is a ladies legend, and two, she's never competed in RWL ever.
And so, May's homie, we start the first half with Ronda Rousey, backed by old to short Popeye Scott Bell, as she faces the RWL debut of ODB.
I'm excited about this, aren't you guys?
Welcome back, everyone. Our second half opening contest, a ladies division match, is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by too short Popeye Scott Bell, from Venice Beach, California, the baddest woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey. Next to Sherry Martel, Ronda is the only other woman in the Bell Unlimited stable, and she's signed for this match, confident that she can cope with ODB. But to be real about it, I'm not entirely sure she knows all that much about the former TNA star. If I'm right, and that's true, Ronda is in for a little shock.
If that's true, she's in for a hell of a lot more than a little shock. Oh my goodness, talk about two different classes and two different worlds. Ronda Rousey has no idea what's about to happen.
But Ronda's no helpless little babe in arms Tex. No matter how we might roast her for selling out to Scott Bell, she's still an accomplished MMA fighter. Besides what she's learned about pro wrestling, we could see a pretty explosive brawl just as easily.
Ring's on fire. Fire marshal's gonna have our butts.
Her opponent from Minneapolis, Minnesota, making her RWL debut tonight, please welcome ODB.
Well, gosh, she sure doesn't look like she's changed a whole bunch. ODB, one dirty broad to the uninitiated. Looking just as sharp as she ever did. The former TNA star has tussled with some of the best in that promotion, including Awesome Kong and a bunch of other people that she's probably going to run into in the RWL ladies division, which is going to make things real colorful around here.
Wowzers, I'd heard she'd been signed, but seeing her actually here, walking to the ring, well, it still packs a punch in the surprise department. All speculation aside, I do wonder what she's gonna make of Ronda Rousey in this match.
Hopefully paper dolls. Oh man, ODB and RWL, can't you stand it? Oh man, this is gonna, oh man, oh man. Well, there's a face you don't want to see mad at you. I love both spring and fall, guys, because that's when the new people come in, and it's always exciting. Well, Ronda Rousey facing ODB. Well, this is the first. Oh. Referee Walt Rothburn sounds the bell. They come center ring. ODB with a kick, a right, a left on Ronda. And a couple of knees to the midsection, and down goes Ronda Rousey. Followed up with another stomp. ODB really putting the boots to Ronda Rousey. Wrist clutch kicks. Oh man, down goes Ronda again. ODB really going to work on Ronda Rousey, twisting that arm and drives a pair of knees into her back. Too short. Look at him. He can't even believe it. ODB pummeling Ronda, follows that up with a stomp to the midsection. ODB gathers up Ronda. Hard whip to the rope. Oh, man. Hard shot to the gut. Man. ODB whips Ronda again, this time out on the apron. A hard right hand, a second one, and out to the floor. goes the most dangerous woman on the planet. It does not look all that dangerous right now. Too Short Popeye already bringing out a kendo stick. And the hope of Ronda getting a hold of it. I think he doesn't like the odds. Ronda Rousey back in the ring. ODB with a hard forearm. Takes her down the canvas again. Here's another cover. Because he had to put down the kendo stick to do the count. Can't even get one in. Typical Too Short. Walt Rothburn getting rid of that kendo stick. Ronda Rousey sweeps the leg on ODB. Finally beginning to mount a little bit of offense. There's a stomp to the midsection after some mounted punches, and there's another one. Ronda Rousey turning the tide here with a series of rocket-style kicks to the head of ODB. A series of hard left hands, followed with another stomp. ODB back up again, rebounds off the middle rope, flying punch, and down goes Ronda Rousey again, who has spent a lot of time on the canvas in this match. ODB again rebounds off the ropes, this time a kick right to the face as Too Short removes the turnbuckle from the far left corner. You've seen him do it. Walt Rothburn seen him do it too. Another kick to the head for Ronda Rousey. ODB rounds her up again. Another hard whip to the ropes. Here's a duck under and a leapfrog and another flying punch to Ronda Rousey. Too Short Popeye losing his mind out there. Okay. Oh, man. Wicked running kick to the face. Here's a hook and a cover. 1, 2. Oh, damn. Well, that's it.
The time, 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, ODB.
Well, talk about a baptism of fire. ODB showing up, wrapping up Ronda Rousey in a couple of minutes. And that's a sign of things to come. The ladies division is in trouble. We'll be right back with more Snarl right after the break. Well, fans, if you visit us regularly for ladies division competition, you sure as hell showed up on the right night. Up next, American Power's bodyguard, Sister Golden Hair, about to face the future Endeavor's Blair Davenport in a one-on-one encounter.
The following contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, here's Sister Golden Hair.
Her last match against Tamina Snuka was a total slaughter for Tamina, that is. Sister Golden Hair has captured a fair bit of fan attention. Whether it's her looks, her wrestling ability, maybe even a little of both, she has managed to fit right in with her American Powers counterparts. And tonight, she's doing her bit for the team by taking on the future Endeavor's Blair Davenport. In anticipation of that upcoming TLC match with American Powers at Labor Day Slam-a-thon. I'm sure Patty and Danielle will be watching.
And her opponent, representing the future Endeavor, from Wellington, New Zealand, Blair Davenport.
Miss Davenport making the scene alone this evening. No Dakota Kai, no Carmella, and no GT Dolan. Nope. Cruella DeVille here's doing it all by herself tonight.
With the other 3 members of the future Endeavor probably resting up for the match at Labor Day Slam-a-thon. And I'm betting Blair Davenport doesn't see Sister Golden Hair as posing too much of a problem, or else she would almost certainly have brought along a buddy or two. But the foursome that is the future Endeavor has managed one thing very successfully. They stand as the most disliked faction in our WAL. And that's not me saying it. That's general fan consensus.
Oh yeah, they are definitely, even the sectarians have to take a back seat to the future Endeavor.
Oh, now hold on a sec, Tex. Let's not get psychotic about the thing.
All right, Johnny, yeah, all right. Well, in your case, the future Endeavor, the second most disliked faction in RWL. We know how you feel about the sectarians. You do not have to go into it. This is what they do, Wally. This is what they do.
Gee, thanks for bringing up my on-air nervous breakdown. How very sweet of you.
It was just a little meltdown, Johnny. There are damn sure going to be a whole lot of eyes on Sister Golden Hair after she damn near murdered Tamina Snuka in her last match. I'll see what happens with Blair Davenport here. Walt Rothburn rings the bell. They come center ring. Golden Hair opens up with a series of shots on Blair Davenport. Gut wrench suplex just about center ring. Golden Hair rounds her up a hard right on another. Gets a hold of her again. Has her up rib breaker. Blair Davenport on the receiving end of bad business from the word go. Look at this. An arm stretch from Sister Golden Hair. Blair Davenport spending a little bit too much time on that canvas as Golden Hair makes her way to the top turnbuckle, changes her mind about the high risk maneuver, goes for a drop toe hold instead and starts stretching the leg, but the referee says break it up. Golden Hair shoved away by Blair Davenport back up on her feet. They lock it up. Blair Davenport pitches Golden Hair against the ropes. Takes her down to the mat. Rope assisted stomp to the chest to SGH. Blair Davenport starting to turn things around for herself here. There's another stomp to Sister Golden Hair. A soccer kick to the gut. Man, this one's going to be a bit of a ride. A hard kick to the back from Blair Davenport. Blair Davenport catches an elbow from Sister Golden Hair. Gets back up on her feet. Drop toe hold again and right back into that leg submission. This time no ropes for Blair Davenport to get to. So she's going to have to force her way out. She does it. Blair Davenport standing back up. Golden Hair caught up into a suplex from Blair Davenport. Blair Davenport gets a hold of her, takes her down into a submission. The referee watching this one. But hey, look at this. Golden Hair finds her way out of the hole. And check it out, wrap around DDT. Face first into the mat for Blair Davenport. Sister Golden Hair rounds her up. Gets her down to the mat. Stomps the shoulder. And goes for the cover and hooks the leg. One. But just the one. Blair Davenport powering out of that one pretty quick. Golden Hair gets a hold of her, whips her to the far left corner, but Blair Davenport, oh man, tried to put on the brakes, it didn't work. Oh snap! Did you see that? Oh wow, that was pretty. Sister Golden Hair rallying the fans here in Winnipeg to her side, and that's not too hard to do. Blair Davenport caught up into a cravat suplex. Cravat. Blair Davenport is laid out. Golden Hair drops the leg but doesn't quite connect. Might have caught the top of her head. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. Hey, a near fall. About 3 minutes in. That ain't too bad. Blair Davenport losing control again. As Sister Golden Hair stretches the arm. Sister Golden Hair again taking herself topside. And here we go. Oh, she got all of the leg drop that time. Okay. Sister Golden Hair try for the drop toe hold again. Blair Davenport just a step too quick. Here's a kick. Here's a shot. Here's another kick. And some knees to the midsection. Down goes Sister Golden Hair. Blair Davenport looking a little bit annoyed. Rounds up Golden Hair. Gets a hold on her. Slams her head into the canvas. Davenport with a kick to the back of Sister Golden Hair. Blair Davenport takes herself all the way up to the top turnbuckle. And here we go. Crossbody, center ring. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Now we've already had ourselves a couple of near falls here on both sides of the farm. Sister Golden Hair makes her way to a standing position against the ropes. Blair Davenport choking her with the top rope. Not a very polite thing to do. Blair Davenport with Sister Golden. Oh, look at that. Sister Golden Hair got herself out of danger there. Gets a hold of Blair Davenport. Puts her up against the ropes. What in the heck? Are you kidding me, Sister Golden Hair? Well, she ain't exactly known for being polite, and, well, now, exposing the turnbuckle. Sister Golden Hair, well, I am surprised at you. Blair Davenport with a kick to the gut and a stomp to the back of the head of Sister Golden Hair. Golden Hair makes her way back inside the clothesline, and out goes Walt Rothburn. Well, there's nothing to stop them now. No referee, and it's going to get pretty crazy. Golden Hair with a wraparound neckbreaker. Can't believe Walt Rothburn went over the top rope. Wow. This one's been chock full of surprises. Rib breaker from Sister Golden Hair, exposing the turnbuckle. I still can't believe that. And then we lost the referee over the... He's still gone. Sister Golden Hair makes her way to the middle rope. Inverted Dragon Sleeper trying to choke the life out of Blair Davenport, and Walt just came back from his break. Sister Golden Hair covers and hooks the leg. 1, 2. Man, we having ourselves more than our share of near falls in this one, huh? Sister Golden Hair back in control of the match at the present time. Blair Davenport with a Hurricane Rana on Golden Hair. Blair Davenport locks her up, has her up, slams her right back down. This one's been kind of frantic already. Walt Rothburn fixing that turnbuckle. I still don't believe he went over the top rope. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. A knee right to the face of Sister Golden Hair. Blair Davenport going for the cover, but that referee is still busy with that turnbuckle. And Sister Golden Hair powers out of the pin. There's a stomp to the back from Blair Davenport. Davenport holds the arm while she stomps the hands and fingers of Sister Golden Hair. Blair Davenport gets a hold on her. Here's a... Whoa, that's a pretty snapmare and a rebound off the ropes and a hard kick. Whoa, man. Flipped her over, ass over tea kettle. Blair Davenport all the way topside. Here we go. Another beautiful crossbody. Sister Golden Hair might have felt that one a little bit too much. Blair Davenport abruptly regaining control of things here. Here's a stomp to the face to Sister Golden Hair. And a driving knee to the head. Sister Golden Hair gets herself standing up against the ropes. And whoa. Well, there went Blair Davenport. A little quick Olay from Sister Golden Hair, and she wound up on the outside. Blair Davenport catches an arms breaker. And into a stretch on the arm of Blair Davenport by Sister Golden Hair. Golden Hair rounds her up. Blair Davenport counters with kicks to the leg. Blair Davenport gets a hold of Sister Golden Hair, slams her head into the apron. There's another kick. Moves right in again. Sister Golden Hair slammed to the floor. Yep, Blair Davenport's pretty upset. And I think her and the rest of the Future Endeavor will be involved in a table, ladder, and chair match with American Powers and 2 partners of their choice. An 8-woman, totally chaotic mess that's going to be. I'm looking forward to that one. Not looking forward to calling it, but looking forward to seeing it. Sister Golden Hair a little tentative about getting back in the ring. The referee continuing to count. Finally she does. Blair Davenport charges. And another Hurricane Rana to Sister Golden Hair. Blair Davenport goes to work on the head and neck of Sister Golden Hair. That's a painful little twist right there. Slams her head to the canvas again. This can't be good. Oh, man. Nasty kick. And a stomp to the back of the head. Sister Golden Hair back up on her feet pretty quick. Gets a hold of Blair Davenport, whips her to the ropes. And a kitchen sink knee to the gut for Blair Davenport. Sister Golden Hair takes her down into that submission. That arm stretch. Referee Walt Rothburn watching Blair Davenport. But nope. Blair Davenport not able to submit. Golden Hair nails her with a heel hook stretch. Oh, man. And just about wore her out. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. Oh, wow. Another win for Sister Golden Hair over Blair Davenport by pinfall.
The time, 9 minutes and 31 seconds. And your winner by pinfall, Sister Golden Hair.
Seems the more I see of Sister Golden Hair, the more I like what I see. SGH, the American Powers bodyguard, picks herself up yet another win in a far tougher match with Blair Davenport, leaving SG each with just one loss to Mickey James.
Patty and Danielle picked themselves up a pretty solid bodyguard. We will be back with tag team action.
Coming up, tag team action as the Doctors, Dr. D. David Schultz and Dr. Death Steve Williams, face Snarl Tag Champs The Freak and Wild Thing Wayne Tague, the Psychedelics, in a non-title bout.
This next tag team contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 571 pounds, Dr. D. David Schultz and Dr. Death Steve Williams, the Doctors.
All right, gang, the Doctors are in. Schultz and Williams, and when the Doctors are in, that usually means trouble for the opponents. But tonight it's a non-title match against the Snarl Tag Team Champions, the Psychedelics, and the Psychedelics can hold their own in a fight.
These two former Legends Tag Champions are definitely going to be a tough target to take down, even for the likes of the Freak and Wild Thing. This is already shaping up to be a long matchup.
Their opponents, accompanied by D-Luscious, at a combined weight of 477 pounds, they are Rwl Sn Rl Tag Team Champions, the Freak, and Wild Thing Wayne Tague, the Psychedelics.
Looks like Sylvia Strong is already in celebration mode over power and beauty, sending Wild Thing's Lady D-Luscious out with the Snarl Tag Team Champions. Well, hey, whoever they come to ringside with, the Freak and Wild Thing Wayne Tague always deliver quality matches, and they're taking a short break from their ongoing disputes with the Guns Brothers. In favor of this showcase match against the former Legends Tag Champs, and I think GB is right, the Psychedelics are known for being able to go long haul, much like the Doctors. We've had quite a few short matches tonight, but no, I don't see this tag match ending suddenly. These two teams are gonna duke it out until one can't go anymore.
Well, hey, where I come from, that's called a good match. Looks like we're in for a treat this evening. Didn't take long to get the sides chosen up. Going to be Dr. D. David Schultz and the Freak starting this one off. Oh, man. Referee Willie Johnson rings the bell, and here we go. They lock it up, collar and elbow. Schultz up over the shoulder, slammed right down to the canvas by the Freak. The Freak follows that one up with a stomp. Schultz is laid out center ring, shoves the Freak back, gets back up to a standing position, delivers a kick to the Freak. Schultz misses with a couple of swings. The Freak's got him up, big time scoop slam. The Freak moves in, countered by Dr. D. He counters a throat chop, catches a kick to the midsection instead. Ducks back running headbutt. Takes Schultz down to the canvas. That was fancy. Hard right forearm from the Freak. Schultz laid out, catches a knee in the arm, courtesy of the Freak. The Freak rounds up Schultz again. Looks like he's taking a walk towards the Psychedelics corner. Here comes Wild Thing Wayne Tague, and here's where all that wild tagging comes into place. Oh, man, hard shot to the gut from Wild Thing Wayne Tague, who pitches Schultz over the top rope and out onto the floor. And the Psychedelics already getting kind of aggressive. Schultz standing up. The Freak gets a hold of him, tussles. Wild Thing Wayne Tague going after Dr. Death Steve Williams, winds up getting hung up on the top rope. Schultz makes his way back inside the ring. Goes after Wild Thing, but no good. Catches a chop. Counters another shot. Delivers a throat chop to the Wild Thing. Tague up in the front cradle, but slip and slide out. Hard right. Another and another. Schultz catching some fists over here. Winds up in the corner. Wild Thing raking the forearm across the face of Dr. D. David Schultz. And the Wild Thing showing where the wild in his name comes from, as Willie Johnson reminds him, you got to count of 5 to stop that. Wayne Tague rolls him over, goes for the cover. 1, 2, but no. Dr. D. David Schultz powering out of the pin. Steve Williams desperate to get in there, reaching for his partner, but Schultz tags the Wild Thing with a right. Hurt his hand doing it too. Wayne Tague rounded up again by Schultz. Catches some elbows to the midsection from the Wild Thing. A hard right puts Schultz back in the corner again. Another one keeps him there. And another series of raking forearms across the face of Dr. D. Down he goes into the corner in a seated position, and again the Wild Thing playing chokey with Dr. D. David Schultz, the man who slapped John Stossel on live television. Here we go. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. One, but only a one. Steve Williams breaking up the pin. Dr. D. David Schultz makes his way back inside the ring as the Freak goes after Steve Williams on the outside, pitches him towards the barricades. Schultz swings and misses. Wild Thing sidesteps him, catches a kick to the midsection instead. The Freak, look at this over here, with Williams pulling pile driver over there in the outside corner. Wild Thing hung up on the top rope. Dr. D. David Schultz shoved away by the Wild Thing, Wayne Tague. Schultz rounded up again by the Wild Thing. Quick DDT. Leaving both, the Freak and the Wild Thing leaving both their opponents just laid out. Wayne Tague gets a hold of Schultz. Beautiful suplex from the Wild Thing. And Schultz trying to find a way out of town, but can't seem to. Here we go. A bunch of fists right to the knees. Schultz is definitely feeling that one, even through the knee brace. Here comes the Freak on the tag. D. Luscious enjoying the whole show in one of her rare appearances tonight. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. Whoa, close to. But Steve Williams breaking up the pin again. The Freak certainly didn't appreciate that. Don't think he's going to let it go either. Williams hangs him up on the top rope. Delivers the knee to the Freak. Well, not forgiven, not forgotten, I guess. The Freak over the top rope, but crashes and burns as Schultz is rolled back into the ring. The Freak rolls himself back on inside. Gets a hold of Dr. D. David Schultz. Oh man, wrist clutch kick to the face. Running kick from Schultz puts the Freak down on the mat. Schultz with a kick to the gut and a clubbing overhand right takes the Freak down to the mat. The Freak counters with an enziguri, puts Schultz face down on the canvas. The Freak gets a hold of Dr. D. David Schultz. Head first into the turnbuckle he goes. He counters with an elbow, but Wild Thing Wayne Tague tags him with a cheap shot. Schultz whipped to the ropes, hard shot to the midsection from the Freak. Whoa, wound him up and knocked him down. The Freak with those trademark series of headbutts to Dr. D. Right in front of D. Luscious. And here comes Wild Thing Wayne Tague. Oh yeah, Tague's fired up. Look at this. Getting a little bit of support here from the folks in Winnipeg. And here comes Steve Williams on attack. Running kick took him down as he charged right into it. The Freak tagged in again by Wild Thing Wayne Tague. Schultz charges again, catches an elbow. A chop across the chest to the Freak. He's got a hold of the Freak, gonna pay him back for that pile driver on the outside. Oh man, this one has gotten nuts already. Steve Williams on the outside looked like he might have been going after D. Luscious, but he wasn't though. The Freak back inside the ring delivers a kick to Dr. Death. Rebounds off the middle ropes, flying crossbody. Nicely done. Here's a tag. Wild Thing Wayne Tague back in the game. Wild Thing misses with his swing. Williams gets a hold of him. Has him all the way up for the long stalling. Boom! There he goes. Oh man. Williams covers one. Man, not even a one, huh? Okay. Williams goes after the Freak for interference. Wild Thing Wayne Tague on the outside. The Freak dropped on the apron by Williams. Williams locks up Wild Thing. Wild Thing swings and misses with a clothesline. Williams gets him from behind. Locks him up in a collar and elbow. Has him up over the shoulder. Wild Thing slips out the back door. Delivers a chop block to the knee and down he goes. Steve Williams slammed down to the canvas as the referee counts. The Wild Thing opens up with a series of shots. Gets a hold of... Oh man. Double arm suplex from Wild Thing Wayne Tague. The Freak Unfortunately, looks like he might have taken quite a hit because he is absolutely motionless. Well, there we go. He's back up on his feet again. Wild Thing's back in the ring again. And here comes Dr. D. David Schultz, tagged in by Steve Williams. Misses with the running kick. Wild Thing gets a hold of him. Gets a hold of the trunks, has him all the way up, but no good. Schultz countered with an elbow. Schultz swings and misses. Wild Thing catches elbows to the midsection from Dr. D. David Schultz. Schultz takes him down to the canvas, starts raining right hands on the big old bald head of Wild Thing Wayne Tate. Steve Williams watching as Dr. D. David Schultz gouges the face of Wild Thing Wayne Tate. That's a parting shot as he walks out, and in comes Dr. Death again. Wow, Steve Williams swings and misses. The Wild Thing gets a hold of him. Whoa, whoa, what a suplex that was. Definitely not in the traditional playbook. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. Oh, close but no cigar again. The Freak gets a hold of Dr. D. David Schultz, pitches him to the outside. Williams back up on his feet, locks up, catches a kick from the Wild Thing. Hard right spins Williams around. Side suplex from the Wild Thing. Here's another cover. 1, 2. But another near fall as this match continues to rage on. Steve Williams, rounded up by the Wild Thing, counters the Wild Thing, gets a hold of him, has him up over the shoulders, and takes him down the canvas the hard way. D-Luscious watching as woohoo, Steve Williams swings and misses on that one. DDT from the Wild Thing. Deftly stepping over and tagging in the Freak. Dr. D. David Schultz back at his corner now after an outside brawl with the Freak. A headbutt from Steve Williams takes the Freak down to the mat, and Williams tags out and tags in Dr. D. David Schultz. The Freak standing center ring waiting for him. He misses with the running kick, gets a hold of the Freak from behind. The Freak delivers an elbow, rebounds off the ropes. Beautiful drop kick. Leaves Schultz sinking. The Freak escorts Schultz to the Psychedelics corner, smashes his head into the buckle. Wild Thing moves in again. Double team tag shot to Dr. D. David Schultz. He's going wild with the elbows. The Wild Thing is going crazy. Look out. Schultz. Whoa, man, did you see that rebound backbreaker? Off the ropes. Yes, sir, the Psychedelics play the game just a little bit different. Wild Thing Wayne Tate. Whoa, there's that beautiful suplex again. And Schultz looks like he's taking a little nap in the middle of the ring. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg, but too close to the opposing team's corner. Steve Williams right there to spoil the parade. Wild Thing Wayne Tate stamping the hands and fingers of Dr. D. David Schultz. And that'll hurt your phalanges. Yes, your phalanges. Kick to the midsection from Dr. D. David Schultz. Schultz takes Wild Thing down. Starts raining right hands on his head. Goes after the Freak too. Whoa, that was beautiful. Schultz just leapfrog a charge from the Wild Thing Wayne Tate. That was art. Nicely done by the Doctor. Schultz whipped to the corner by the Wild Thing. Wild Thing gets a hook headbutt, and it just knocked him down into a seated position. And one more time, the Wild Thing trying to divorce Dr. D. David Schultz from some air. The Psychedelics currently large and in charge of this one as the Freak is tagged in again. Schultz catches a series of wrist clutch kicks and a forearm that send him spinning. Here's another cover. 1, 2. And again, Steve Williams ruining what could have been a really quick match right here. Well, hardly quick now. We're more than halfway over. Williams whipped over the top rope by the Wild Thing. Running kick takes down the Freak. Dr. D. David Schultz moves back in, clubbing right to the Freak. A stomp to the back as Dr. D. David Schultz tries to regain control of things, get the momentum back. Double snaps the leg of the Freak. Schultz doing a little bit of showing off to the fans here in Winnipeg, and he's got some of them. Schultz is a legend. Dr. D with a clothesline takes the Freak down. He rounds him up again. Catches another kick to the midsection. The Freak catches a second. and all the way up into the powerbomb position, but the Freak says, oh no you don't, I'm not doing that one tonight. Arch out to the midsection to Dr. D. David Schultz. Whoa! Whoa, what a guillotine leg drop right there from the Freak, who slides on out. Wild Thing Wayne Tay keeping an eye on Dr. D. David Schultz. The Freak beating his feet on the Mississippi mud. Oh man, Schultz is catching it. The Freak has him up over the shoulders. A running power slam on the outside as the referee continues to count. Schultz rolled back inside the ring, and the Freak and the Wild Thing both definitely charged up. But again, guys, this match has definitely run long. Wild Thing Wayne Teague brought in. Schultz laid out center ring. Pretty slow to get up. There's a rear chin lock. Dr. Death, not even needed there. Schultz got his way out. There's a kick to the midsection. A kick to the midsection for the Wild Thing and a clothesline from Schultz. Schultz raining knuckles to the temples of the Wild Thing Wayne Teague. I know he's just all out of patience now. There's a kick from the Wild Thing that takes Schultz down. Here comes the Freak again. Whoa. What a match we've got going here. The Freak with those multiple headbutts to Dr. D. David Schultz. The Freak delivers a couple of headbutts, walks out, says, I'm tired here, you take over. Wow. Wild Thing Wayne Teague back in charge here. Clothesline pitches Schultz over the top rope out onto the floor. Steve Williams counters him and then steps down off the apron, knowing he's going to try it again. The Wild Thing comes out after him. Front cradle slammed into the... Oh, man, he just sunk down like jello. Dr. D. David Schultz drives the Wild Thing into the barricades. Gathers him up again. Takes himself back inside the ring. The Wild Thing snaps out of it. Gets a hold of Steve Williams. Steve Williams delivers the knee. The Freak catches a shoulder tackle from Dr. D. David Schultz, and he's on the outside too. Yes, sir, this one did get out of control. Driving knee off the top rope from Dr. D. David Schultz to the Freak. Steve Williams setting up a pile driver on the Wild Thing, and he got it too. And, well, you got to admit the tides certainly have turned towards the Doctors. The Wild Thing pitches Williams towards the ramp. Schultz pitches him back inside the ring. Dr. D. David Schultz showboating on the apron. You know what that leads to. Oh, well, not this time. Wild Thing gets hung up on the top rope. Schultz moves in, gets a hold of Wild Thing Wayne Teague. Teague counters with a series of elbows to the midsection, backs off Dr. D. David Schultz. Rounding clothesline takes him down to the canvas. Here comes the Freak again. Well, as we go to less than 5 minutes in this match, we could be seeing another time limit draw around here. The fans won't like that. Driving knee into the arm from the Freak. Here's the cover. One. But the very clever Dr. D. David Schultz reaching out, grabbing that bottom rope, and the eagle eye of referee Willie Johnson caught it. The Freak casually pitches Williams to the outside. Schultz is on the outside. The Freak is on the outside. He goes after Dr. D, catches a jawjacker instead, gets a hold of him. A kick to the midsection from the Freak. A running headbutt that misses the mark. Schultz goes behind. Mumbo jumbo. Look at that right there. Quick counter from the Freak. Catches a kick to the midsection. Schultz rolls back inside the ring by the Freak, who rolls himself back inside the ring. Gets a hold of Dr. D. David Schultz. Whips him into the far right corner. And man, these guys are working up a serious sweat over here. Scoop slam from the Freak, who goes for the cover and hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and with no Dr. Death Steve Williams to bail him out, the Psychedelics pick up the win here by pinfall.
The time 16 minutes and 15 seconds. Your winners by pinfall, the Psychedelics.
Well, guys, I was expecting a long match between the two teams, and neither of them let us down. What a battle, with the Freak and Wayne Teague, yet again, walking out of the building with another win on their ledger. Maybe it was D-Luscious with a little extra good luck, but whatever the case, the Psychedelics' reputation is just that much stronger, following this confrontation with Schultz and Williams.
A 6-woman tag team Cold War main event. Right after this. You better come back now.
It's main event time, and quite frankly, this one's pretty exceptional. The Red Star Confederation ladies, Das Vitania, Colonel Minochka, and Colonel Tanya, in a 6-woman tag against Brooklyn Von Brown, Patriotic Pam Parsons, and Liberty Belle Danielle.
Tonight's Snarl main event is a 6-woman tag team match set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, all hailing from the former Soviet Union, the team of Das Vitania, Colonel Minochka, and Major Tanya, the Red Star Confederation ladies.
Yes, sir, folks. It is a throwback to the days of Ronald Reagan, communism, and the Cold War. The Red Star Confederation ladies making their move tonight. By the way, that's Major Tanya, not Colonel Tanya, and Wally, she's going to come after you for that one.
No, son. Homie don't want none of that smoke.
Wally, you are a
Their
gem.
opponents from Albany, New York, America's hero, Brooklyn Von Brown. From Huntington Beach, California, Patriotic Pam Parsons. And from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, All-American Liberty Belle, Danielle Lee Colt.
This trio, who have rarely appeared together, looking very much like a sophisticated squad, and hey, the new theme music slaps, as the kids say today.
Yeah, I'm hip.
But seriously, folks, this one's another brainchild of booking agent Myron Schimmelman, and just wowzers Brooklyn Pam, and the Liberty Belle, who already have had minor hostilities with the Red Star gals, signed for the match eagerly, knowing full well it's gonna bring them some attention, especially if they win this 6-woman tag. But it ain't gonna be easy, because 2 of the Red Star girls are actually Glow veterans with heaps of experience and ability. Now, any red-blooded American knows which side to root for in tonight's main event.
Well, gents, looks like we are certainly in for a big-time treat in this main event. All right, well, the sides have been chosen up. It's going to be Colonel Minochka and Brooklyn Von Brown starting off this 6-woman tag main event. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Willie Johnson sounds the bell. The ladies come center ring. They lock it up, collar and elbow. Brooklyn Von Brown winds up the arm on Colonel Minochka. Winds it up real good. Takes her down to one knee. How about this right here? Will not release the hold on the arm. Minochka counters it. Takes her down to the canvas into an arm bar. Again, Colonel Minochka, a seasoned veteran, a Glow alum. Brooklyn locks up Minochka. Gets her up against the ropes. They are in a clinch, and Willie Johnson's going to have to intercede. Separating the 2 ladies, we get a clean break and everything. How nice. Brooklyn with a snapmare and a kick to the back to Colonel Minochka. As she steps out, here comes my baby Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote. Colonel Minochka, delivers an elbow. Whips Danielle to the far right corner. Turns her around. Oh, look at this. Danielle counters with a kick. Colonel Minochka counters with a kick. Swings and misses. Danielle with a spinning neckbreaker. Man. Minochka with a clothesline takes Danielle down to the canvas. As Minochka backs away, and here comes Dos Vitania. Danielle up against the ropes. Whoa. Delivers a forearm, delivers another one. Gets a hold of Dos Vitania. Slams her. Oh, man, nasty arm snap. Danielle swings and misses with the clothesline. Dos Vitania with a running kick. Takes Danielle down to the mat. Danielle gets a hold of her. He's going to take her to the far right corner, but Dos Vitania changes her mind the hard way. Couple of hard elbows. Fireman's carry. And Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote. Ladies triple crowner. Pitching Dos Vitania across the ring by her hair. Ouch. Danielle with a clothesline on Dos Vitania. Lays her out flat. She steps out, and here comes Brooklyn Von Brown again. America's hero moves in. Dragon sleeper. Countered by Dos Vitania. Swings and misses with the kick, and here's a gut-wrench suplex from Brooklyn. Brooklyn Von Brown catches a drop kick from Dos Vitania. Dos Vitania moves in. Brooklyn back up on her feet, and she gets pitched by her hair across the ring. Gonna be a lot of hair pulling in this match, I can tell. A forearm from Dos Vitania. Sets up the neck breaker and lands it. Dos Vitania rounds up Brooklyn Von Braun again. Pitches her to the Russian side of the corner. Oh man. Doing a little bit of smug showing off here too. Running Bulldog. Takes Brooklyn down. There's a stomp to the back from Dos Vitania. Dos Vitania gathers Brooklyn up to a standing position. Gets a hold of the trunks. Snap suplex. Oh man, that one looked like it hurt. Dos Vitania drives a knee right between the shoulder blades of Brooklyn Von Braun. Brooklyn counters with a kick to the midsection, and a running clothesline puts Dos Vitania down into the corner. Brooklyn Von Braun a little bit fired up here, as she is prone to get stepping on the throat of Dos Vitania. Well, there wasn't going to be any politeness in this match. Sorry. Brooklyn covers and hooks a leg one, but just a one. Dos Vitania sits up. That ain't good. Dos Vitania right there. Brooklyn Von Braun counters her to the right. Has her up, but Dos Vitania counters into an inverted DDT center ring. Dos Vitania rounds her up. Brooklyn counters. Whips her out onto the apron. Dos Vitania counters. Brooklyn counters with an enziguri and out to the floor goes Dos Vitania. Brooklyn Von Braun getting a little bit of love from the fans here. Another graduate of the Riley Flash Wrestling Academy in action here. Whoa, sweet little move right there. A nice sweep from Brooklyn. Brooklyn Von Braun catches a right from Dos Vitania. Look at this. Brooklyn Von Braun winds her up into an arm. Oh man, elbow right to the shoulder. An arm drag from Dos Vitania. Dos Vitania goes face first into the apron. Not once, but twice. A swing and a miss from Brooklyn, a chop across the chest. They lock up, they tussle. Dos Vitania shoves Brooklyn away. Gets her down to the... Oh, man. Brooklyn quickly back up on her feet. Catches another kick from Dos Vitania. Brooklyn pitched towards the timekeeper's area. Up against the barricades. A series of thundering hard right hands from Dos Vitania to Brooklyn Von Braun. Brooklyn pitches her towards the far right corner. Makes her way back inside. And here comes, for the first time, patriotic Pam Parsons, 3P, who's got a beef to settle with Colonel Nanochka after her recent match. Dos Vitania puts the boot to the throat of Pam Parsons. Parsons collapses center ring. Dos Vitania gathers her up. Misses with the drop kick. Pam Parsons counters with a drop kick. Dos Vitania trying to find her way to the corner. Is she going to make it in time? Yes, she does. And here comes Major Tanya for the first time with a clothesline to Pam Parsons. Pam gathered up. Major Tanya whips her to the far right corner. Pam Parsons set up into the tree of woe here. That ain't necessarily good. Hey, look at that. She found her way out quick enough. Counter whips Major Tanya to the other corner. Pam Parsons shoves her right back in there. But Colonel Tanya counters with a kick and a clothesline, taking Pam down to the mat. Pam rolls back up, delivers an elbow to the face, and here comes Danielle Heathcote. Liberty Bell Danielle moves in. Tanya from behind with a German suplex. Major Tanya rounds her up. Danielle hits with the counter and a clothesline. Takes her down to the mat again. Colonel Tanya rounded up, but quick counter and a shot to the back of the head of Liberty Bell Danielle. Danielle with a snap mare and a kick to the back of Major Tanya. Danielle whips her into her team's corner. Colonel Tanya counters and escapes the corner, but a blind tag from Brooklyn Von Braun says things just got changed up. Danielle with a clothesline takes her down to Brooklyn Von Braun, who changes her mind about it and turns it over to Pam Parsons. Oh, they are definitely playing the game well. Kick to the midsection and a clubbing right from Major Tanya, who decided it's time to beat it out of town. And here comes Colonel Nanochka, and here we go. These two just met recently with Ninochka garnering a win. She's laying right hands on the head of Pam Parsons. Parsons rolls back up to a standing position. Gets a hold of Ninochka, delivers a kick to the midsection. A standing drop kick takes Colonel Ninochka down to the mat. Pam Parsons catches a jawjacker from Colonel Ninochka. And oh man, she got took down hard. Ninochka rounds up Pam Parsons. 3P, whipped to the wrong side of town. And here comes Major Tanya, and a little double team punch by Pam Parsons. And oh, man, nasty spine buster from Major Tanya. Here's a cover 1, 2, but only a 2. Pam Parsons finding her way out of the pin. Not too unreasonably. Major Tanya catches a clothesline from 3P, taken down to the canvas. Pam Parsons follows that up with a stomp. And a handstand elbow to the back. And some more shots that are definitely going to disrupt her lower vertebrae. Nicely done by patriotic Pam Parsons. Parsons throws Tanya over center ring, covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2. Oh, no. Major Tanya sits right back up. Sneaks up behind on Pam. Gets a hold of her. Here's a headlock punch. Major Tanya into a sleeper hold. This could be bad news right here. Brooklyn Von Brown, seen enough. Trying to come to the rescue here. But Pam Parsons with a jawjacker to her rear for Major Tanya. They lock up, they tussle. Tanya shoves her away. A gouge of the eyes. Tanya goes behind. Pam Parsons counters, goes behind. And a drop kick to the back. Takes Major Tanya down. There's a rolling elbow from Pam. Patriotic Pam Parsons. Showing off the way she does. America's sweetheart. There's a kick. And look at this. A flatliner. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. Danielle breaking up the pin just in time. Major Tanya in control of Pam Parsons. A hard right to the side of the head. Tanya rounds her up. Gets a hold of Pam. Escorts her to her team's corner. And if Willie Johnson don't want to participate, he better move. A hard left to Pam from Major Tanya, followed up with a clubbing right to the back. Pam counters with a hard shot and a spinning neckbreaker. Takes Major Tanya down. Tanya and Colonel Ninochka ganging up on Pam Parsons. Pam catches a fireman's carry from the Colonel. Major Tanya rounds her up. Pam shoves Tanya away. Man, the fans really do dig Pam Parsons, don't they, huh? Oh, man. Major Tanya catches a clothesline from Pam Parsons. Tanya's got her by the throat, but a couple of elbows backs her off again. Here's an arm drag from Tanya. Pam Parsons counters with a hard left. These two just trading shots on the outside while Willie Johnson continues to count. There's a kick from Pam Parsons and a fireman's carry from Major Tanya. Tanya rounds up Pam. Finally gets her back inside the ring. The only place you can win this one. Major Tanya backs out. Here comes Colonel Ninochka again, looking to get her some more of patriotic Pam Parsons. There's a stomp to the leg. Ninochka rounds up Pam. Pam, quick with the counter whip into the far right corner. Colonel Ninochka drawn out from center. Oh, look at this. Pam Parsons with a beautiful, beautiful move right there. Took Ninochka for a ride. Ninochka counters with an eye gouge, a kick to the gut. And she is setting up for the power bomb. Look at the power of Colonel Ninochka walking Pam Parsons towards the, oh man, where's she going to go with her? Drops her head first into the turnbuckle. Pam quickly counters, delivers a kick to the gut. Has her up, look at this here. A torture rack off a Canadian backbreaker, a possible submission move here. As Pam Parsons, Ninochka escapes that one. Gets a hold of Pam. Gouges the eyes again. An arm drag from Pam Parsons. Parsons rounds up Ninochka. Has her up over the shoulders, drops her down. Oh man, a bow and arrow stretch. Oh man, Pam Parsons looks like she might have taken a few too many lumps. She just has to step out, and here comes Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote. The ladies triple counter. Moves in on Colonel Nanochka. Nanochka rolls back to a standing position and a spine buster for Danielle. Colonel Nanochka dragging Danielle Heathcote towards center. Goes for a cover. 1, 2, but only just a 2. Danielle kicking out of that one. Colonel Nanochka seems to be taking her sweet time about this. Danielle's laid out Nanochka all the way up topside. She calls for it and boom, there's an elbow right across the chest of Liberty Bell Danielle. Colonel Nanochka gonna try for it again. Brooklyn Von Brown trying to discourage her, but it is no use. Not 1 but 2 elbows for Liberty Bell Danielle. I'm not sure how much trouble Danielle's. I don't believe it. She's gonna go for it again. Come on, man. Brooklyn Von Brown again trying to make the save, but all in vain. There's a double boot stomp. Danielle Heathcote could be in some serious trouble here. Colonel Nanochka rounds her up, swings and misses. Danielle gets a hold of her, whips her to the corner. Liberty Bell Danielle countered by Nanochka. Danielle in the corner. Headlock punch from Colonel Nanochka. Danielle and Nanochka lock up, tussle. Nanochka shoves her back. Danielle counters the kick, and there's a clothesline. Lays out Colonel Nanochka center ring. Danielle rounds her back up. Nanochka counters the whip. Danielle on the apron on the wrong side of town too, and there's a shoulder tackle that puts Danielle out on the floor. Now the arrogance of the Red Star ladies in full evidence right here. Nanochka rounds up Danielle. Danielle counters with a hard shot. Pitches Nanochka into the apron. Here's a pretty nice arm drag from Danielle. Danielle misses the charge. Nanochka catches a kick to the midsection from Danielle. Nanochka counters Danielle. Danielle pitches Nanochka towards the opposing corner. Makes her way back inside the ring. Willie Johnson continuing to count Colonel Nanochka, who is laid out. The count starts again as Danielle makes her way to the outside. Rounds up Colonel Nanochka. Countered by Nanochka. Countered. Danielle counters Nanochka. Nanochka counters Danielle. Gets her back inside the ring. Yeah, this one's been real crazy. And we're running out of time, too. Here comes Brooklyn Von Brown. He moves in running. Spear. And down went Colonel Nanochka. Okay. Brooklyn rounds her up. Nanochka counters with a kick. Gets a hold of Brooklyn. Whips her to the Red Star ladies' corner. Brooklyn counters. Gets a hold of Nanochka. Suplex to the Colonel. Brooklyn Von Brown quickly sets her up. Oh, man. Nice little package suplex right there. Brooklyn drags her center. Covers and hooks the leg. 1, 2. But no, Colonel Nanochka powering out again. Brooklyn Von Brown can't believe it. Nanochka nose to nose with her. Brooklyn slams her down hard with one arm. America's hero, Brooklyn Von Brown, rounds up the Colonel. Gets a hold of her. Has her up over the shoulders. Oh, this ain't going to be good for the Colonel. Oh, man, what a falling neck breaker. Brooklyn Von Brown covers and hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Oh, well, now this is a satisfactory ending. Team USA picks up the win over the Red Star ladies.
Time, 16 minutes and 45 seconds. Your winners by pinfall, Brooklyn Von Brown, Pam Parsons, and Liberty Bell Danielle.
Whoa, wow, you guys, that was, oh man, talk about a main event, the top main event. This was spectacular. Team USA, Pam Parsons, Brooklyn Von Brown, and Liberty Bell Danielle picking up the win over the Red Star Confederation ladies in pretty spectacular fashion.
And that's it for tonight's Snarl. Thanks for being with us, and please join us for Rage Monday, August 25th. For the whole gang, this is Wally Cardell saying thanks, good night, and be safe. See you next Saturday night.
Let's hear a little more of that music before we go.